Shall we pray? Our Heavenly Father, we are most grateful to you for this morning, for granting us yet another day. We are here to perform an important event in the University of Health and Allied Sciences. Be with us, O God, from the start to the end, and in the end, we will not fail to give you the glory. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen. Amen. Please be seated. My Lord Chair, representative of the Honorable Minister of Education, the Regional Minister, the Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, members of the University Council, our distinguished guest speaker, heads of department, deans, directors, Tobio, Mamao, graduates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the media, good morning and welcome to the University of Health and Allied Sciences. We have gathered here this morning for the second session of the 8th congregation of the University of Health and Allied Sciences. I have the singular honor to introduce to you the chairman of the occasion, who is our own Lordship, the chairman of the University Council, His Lordship Justice Victor Jones Maulam Doche. He will come and give us his welcome speech and constitute congregation. Shall we, with a round of applause, invite the chairman of council.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. I stand on the existing protocols, but I still want to recognize members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Lydia Aziato, senior management of UHAS, distinguished guest speaker, Reverend Dr. Joyce Rosalind Ayi, Togbeo Mamao, members of convocation, distinguished invited guests, our friends from the media, our proud graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you warmly to the second session of the 8th congregation of the University of Health and Allied Sciences. The first session of the 8th congregation was held in December 2023. A total of 1,338 students graduated during that session amidst a lot of fanfare and jubilation. The session also witnessed the highest number of graduating students since the inception of this university. It is refreshing to see our latest graduates, soon to be graduates, in their beautiful colors, ready to be awarded degrees. At this congregation, we will recognize the diligence and determination of our students for the pursuit of development and career opportunities. Faculty and staff of the university have been phenomenal in the processes leading to the preparation of our competent graduates for the world of work. During this congregation, a total number of 478 students, mostly sandwich students, are graduating for the 2022-2023 academic year, making an overall total of 1,816. Togbeo, Mamao, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. We are a university that promotes lifelong learning. Hence, our focus on granting opportunity for nurses, midwives, public health nurses, public health practitioners, and others to upgrade their skills in the quest to remain more relevant, better skilled, and to pursue better conditions of service as a result of their new qualifications. It is therefore necessary to continuously improve the student experience during the sandwich programs to ensure that the programs remain very attractive. I charge the management of this university to pay critical attention to the needs and requirements of the sandwich students, especially nursing mothers and pregnant students. UHAS has cumulatively produced over 8,915, including today's graduates, health professionals who are providing quality health care to Ghana's population since its first graduation on July 23, 2016, with 171 graduates. We are determined to be the desired destination for training of health professionals in Ghana. We are proud of our alumni. Their work is a testament to the quality teaching and mentoring the university is offering through the hardworking faculty and staff who are comparable to the best you can have around the world. I say ayiko to the faculty and staff of the various schools and directorates of the university. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the University of Health and Allied Sciences is living up to her mission and vision by equipping students with relevant skills and knowledge in their various fields of study, providing congenial environment and facilities to aid teaching and learning. The latest addition to the facilities of the university in this regard is the Information Access Center, IAC, a multifunctional e-library with audio-visual facilities and assistive technologies for the visually and hearing impaired persons. We are grateful to the National Information Society Agency of the Republic of Korea, the government of Ghana, especially the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization, for this center established through partnership of both parties. ICT frontiers are expanding speedily across the world, and every field of relevant learning, to the extent of giving new challenges to universities in their pursuit of knowledge and dissemination, is important for this development. It is the university's commitment to produce world-class graduates who will fit into every working environment in the health sector and be versatile enough to adapt to new challenges in the areas that are very important to bring out the best in the health professionals we are training. Communication is very vital in healthcare delivery across the world. Hence, the theme on which our guest speaker will be addressing us is, quote, communication as the bedrock of client satisfaction in healthcare delivery, unquote. It has become a convention for the university to invite distinguished scholars and accomplished individuals to the congregations of the university. This is to recognize their contributions to society and academia. To address today's ceremony as guest speaker is the Reverend Dr. Joyce Rosalind Ayi. Reverend Dr. Ayi is the first woman to head an Africa Chamber of Mines, a former Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Chamber of Mines, and the founder and executive director of Salt and Light Ministries. She served at different times as the Minister of Education and Information. It is therefore a great pleasure to have her as our guest speaker for the second session of our 8th congregation. Reverend Dr. Joyce Ayi Wezolo. UHAS will continue to provide an academic environment in which students develop and attain the highest standards of clinical competency and skills, integrity, ethical relationships, and professional etiquette necessary for healthcare delivery in line with global standards. Honorable Ministers, Togbeo Mamao, distinguished invited guests, I acknowledge the achievement of those who continue to hold the flag of UHAS very high. The board of the African Research Universities Alliance, ARUA, on November 14, 2023, approved the appointment of our former distinguished Vice Chancellor, Professor John Owusu Japon, as the new Secretary General effective August 1, 2024. Congratulations, Prof. Japon. I urge Professor Japon to keep the flag of UHAS flying very high everywhere you go. Togbeo, Mamao, ladies and gentlemen, The university welcomed new students in January 2024 for the 2023-2024 academic year. To make student experience a pleasant one requires that access to the university in terms of our roads improve significantly to make commuting to campus much easier for students, staff, and the general public. In this regard, let me apprise you about the phase 1 of the Sokode-Titrinu Bypass Dual Carriage Road project, which connects the university to Sokode and Mirage Junction, as well as the 5.3-kilometer UHAS internal roads. These roads have stalled, making access to the university very, very difficult. I therefore appeal to the Minister of Finance to release funds urgently to the executing agencies, namely the Ghana Highway Authority and the Roads Ministry and the executing contractors, to ensure that the projects are completed before the inauguration of Channel 8 Phase 2 project later this year. It is the university's desire to admit students who are qualified to enter the university from the senior high schools. But this is hindered by the limited infrastructure to cater for the growing student numbers. I therefore use this opportunity to urge all contractors that are working on our projects to ensure early completion and expedition. I'm also pleased to announce that China 8 Phase 2 project, which comprises the School of Nursing and Midwifery and the Central Administration Block with ancillary facilities, are 87.95% complete. In fact, yesterday when we visited the site, we were told that the rate of completion is now more than 90%. We are grateful to the government of Ghana for the counterpart funding and the facilitation they continue to do. But we also urgently require additional funds from government for our utility services, such as water and electricity, Phase 2 functional when completed. We are immensely grateful to the Chinese government for the grant for this massive investment. We are hopeful that the project will be handed over to the university at the scheduled date of June 2024. And now to our soon-to-be fresh graduates. There is no doubt that this year, 2024, is an election year and a very important one for that matter. I believe most of you, if not all, are qualified to vote and have indeed registered to participate in the elections in December 2024. Whilst I urge you all to be patriotic citizens by taking active part in the 7th December 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections, I also seriously advise that you be law-abiding. Do not yield to any solicitations from any of the political parties or other persons seeking political office to engage in acts of violence, insults, and attempts to cheat in the December 2024 polls. I have always been guided by what Alexander Pope, that eminent English author and poet, said several years ago on governance. He stated thus, and I quote, "For forms of government, let fools contest. Whatever is well administered is good," unquote. You must therefore advise yourselves very well using the above as a guide to help you decide your conduct before, during, and after the elections. Distinguished invited guests, Togbo, Mamao, and students, how well are our students being equipped? We at UHAS believe we have adequately prepared our students for the various allied health and nursing professions they are about to enter. But how well are you individually prepared to take up this mantle after leaving UHAS? In this respect, I want to borrow the words and theme of that legendary author, John C. Maxwell, in his books on equipping and jumpstart your growth, respectively. John Maxwell writes in Equipping on page 1 as follows: "One is too small a number to achieve greatness," unquote. Is this true or false? Simon Sinek, in his book, Together is Better, a little book of inspiration, also writes as follows: "As individuals, we are useless. We can't lift heavy weight and we can't solve complex problems. but together we are remarkable, and together is always better, unquote. As allied health and nursing professionals, what type of people do you admire and aspire to be? In other words, who are your role models? Are they giants and doctors, pharmacists, public health professionals? Are they celebrities? Are they business innovators and achievers? Are they footballers? Are they political leaders? Are they spiritual and transformational leaders, revolutionary thinkers and leaders? Are they farmers, market women who have borne the brunt of our development? Are they artisans whom you admire? Are there media people, musicians, pop stars? The list goes on and on. At this stage of your life or your career, it is important to identify whom you want to emulate. What I want to say is that it is good to admire achievers, but make sure you have a role model who has achieved something in his life based on positivity. This must include people who are ahead of you professionally, people who will discourage. You must also look out for people with integrity, honesty, and hard work. You must endeavor to forge close relationships with people who have the above traits, who can lift you up, encourage you, and help you achieve successes in life and take you up on the super highway. At this stage of your achievement, whilst congratulating all of you on your remarkable success in your examinations and your subsequent graduation today, I advise you to go with the following pieces of advice from John Maxwell and Simon Sinek as follows. The only way you learn is to surround yourself with people who are better than you, unquote. Another such comment is, quote, you are the same person today that you are now, except for two things: the people with whom you associate with and the books you read. Reading good books is very good. When we were growing up, we had books like Who Killed Lucy, and such fanciful books. But we had a teacher, a head teacher in the middle school, one Mr. Bokler, who insisted that every term we should read one of the books of Shakespeare. And that ended some of us to take to literature because we read Macbeth, Othello, Hamlet, and a few others at that early stage, King Lear, and so on and so forth. So the books you read must be very good books to start with. Finally, I will urge you also to consider what Sinek wrote in his book referred to above. Working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. This goes especially for those of you who will be working in the hospitals, in wards, in villages and towns. You are the only midwife on duty day and night, and you close just as you are about to enjoy your fufu. They rush to call you that a pregnant woman in labor has been brought to the clinic, and you have to abandon your food and rush there. If you do all these things, you have passion. But if you just take it that you are working, then you feel the stress. But there is blessing in being very passionate about what you do. You must therefore endeavor to be passionate about your profession, despite the many frustrations, deprivations, and disappointments that may come your way. Remember also that when we close our minds to the reception of other ideas, what we are likely to hear is criticism. But when we are open to criticism, what we get is open and ready advice, which is freely given. I therefore entreat all of you to practice your choosing professions with high. But if you are living here today as worthy ambassadors of UHAS, no matter your experiences here. On this note, I welcome all of you to the second session of the 8th Congregation Ceremony of the University of Health and Allied Sciences. Oh, may this day be blessed and fruitful for all of us. And now, by the powers vested in me as the Chairman of Council of the University of Health and Allied Sciences, I do hereby declare this assembly duly constituted. Thank you.
Thank you, my Lord Chair. At congregation, the Vice-Chancellor presents the state of the university to congregation. And I now invite our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Lydia Ziato, to present her report.
Good morning. Chairman of Council, our distinguished members of the University Council, our distinguished guest speaker, Chairman, I'd want to stand on existing protocol if you will permit me. I want to refer all of us to the program brochure, page 11 to 23, that gives a full complement of state affairs of the university. My presentation now gives a summary of the contents of the brochure. Thank you very much. Our first session of the 8th Congregation was held in this very auditorium on the 16th of December. And today, we have the second session. And I want to add my voice to that of the Council Chairman to warmly welcome you to the University of Health and Life Sciences. For those of you visiting the region, the university for the first time, we say again, Nyawezo. In terms of academics, we have 22 undergraduate programs and 14 postgraduate programs. We just had 2 accreditation for another 2 postgraduate programs that will be rolled out in the coming admission. A number of them are also going through different stages of accreditation. Sorry. For the 2022-2023 academic year, for both regular, sandwich, and postgraduate students, we have a total of 8,490. We matriculated a number of students this year, and we had a total of 1,848, including 115 postgraduate students and 1,730 undergraduate students. In fact, those who qualified to be admitted after we screened the 13,000 plus applications were 11,978. But we could only take in 1,848, which is woefully low. So we have the capacity to increase the numbers if our facilities and our staff strength improves. For the previous graduation ceremony, our council chairman just mentioned that we graduated the highest number thus far since 2016, when we started graduating students from this university, 1,338. Today, we are graduating almost about 99% of the students from the School of Nursing and Midwifery, 462 students. And we also have a number from School of Medicine, and the total is 478. The School of Basic and Biomedical, School of Allied Health Sciences is also graduating 6, and then the Fred Nunte Benka School of Public Health is also graduating 6 students. For the impact or the contribution of this university to the health sector, since the first batch of students came in 12 years ago, 154 students. We started graduating students, from 2016 and to date, excluding those graduating today, because you have not graduated yet, we have 8,437. This is a huge number that we have contributed to the health sector. And I say kudos to all those who work tirelessly day and night to make this a reality. Overall, Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have only 878 staff, including all the categories. And this is also not enough. So we deal with a lot of part-timers that is not on government payroll, and we have to pay them from the meager IGF that we generate. So when the university started, we graduated 3 batches of medical students so far. And we obtained 100% in internal medicine and community health, and 98.1% in surgery in their final Part 2 exam. The students that we have are doing very well, and towards the end of my presentation, I will acknowledge a number of them that we are very, very proud about. I mentioned that we've had 2 accreditation for 2 postgraduate programs. The School of Allied Health Sciences has received accreditation for the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission and Allied Health Professional Council to run a 6-year Doctor of Medical Laboratory Science program, which is still undergraduate, but we have 2 postgraduates, MPhil and a PhD in Medical Laboratory Sciences. So the next admission, this program will be rolled out. The university frowns on examination malpractice, and during the period under review, we had 5 examination malpractice cases, and they were investigated, and the sanctions included grade X, which is a failure grade, or you have to rewrite it all together, a reprimand, and then you go and stay at home for 1 year rustication. The students are doing very well, and we have a number of them that have achieved some laurels. But we are proud that this year there was no litigation during the elections of the both postgraduate and undergraduate SRC GRASAC elections, and there was smooth handing over. And we have a number of them that received awards in their various extracurricular activities like debates and others. The brochure details what's happened or what they have achieved. The first time in the university, the Institute of Health Research spearheaded the starting of UHAS Research Conference. This was an upgrade of the dissemination day that used to happen, but now we have a research conference that attracted people from 7 countries, and was very successful. University of Health and Allied Sciences is also going to host a malaria program or conference, and this global event will be the second in the whole of Africa. And our distinguished professor, Professor Evelyn Ansah, is spearheading this. And in June, first week in June, this will happen in this university. And before that, we had a guest, Professor Miss Carmen, who came in to assess whether the university was ready to host this international event. We say thank you to Professor Evelyn Ansah for her work in the space of malaria. We also started a summer school, the UHAS summer school, and the first of its kind happened last year in June. And we are hoping that we receive the second cohort of the summer school students to the university. The brochure has also detailed a number of research grants that is new and ongoing in the university. I will want to encourage faculty to continue pushing hard for more of such grants so that the university will take its rightful space in the area of research. Thank you very much. So quite a number, and I just want to let you go through the brochure to see the details thereof. Last year, August 1st, we had a number of people taking on leadership positions. And once again, we want to welcome them to the management team of the university, and we wish them well during their tenure. Again, the University Council approved a number of policies that helps to drive, to operate, to run the university, and we are grateful to our University Council members. In fact, we have some individuals in the council that will end their second term this year. And based on what happens, the next graduation, they may or may not be with us. On behalf of management, we want to say thank you so much for contributing to the growth of this university. Traveling all the way from some Cape Coast, Accra, every quarter, the risk on the road and all that. We appreciate your commitment to UHAS, and we say thank you so much for all that you do for us. We have a number of international collaborations with universities across the world. At the time of submitting reports, it was 46. Just last week and this week, we added quite a number. I want to thank the Office of the International Program for facilitating these relationships, and we want to encourage the schools to keep the relationships active and productive. Our library is also doing very well. The librarian and her team has made it possible for us to win 1,000 books from Book Aid International, and we say ayiko to the UHAS library staff. Our chairman already alluded to the Information Access Center, and we are grateful to the Korean government and our Minister of Communication and Utilization for coming to open the center for us. The university staff, students are making it possible for the UHAS brand to stand very tall. And there has been a number of international appointments and awards to eminent professors and individuals of the university. And again, I want to refer you to the brochure to see these for yourself. But Our chairman already acknowledged the appointment of our former Vice Chancellor, and I want to add my voice to congratulate him and tell him that he should not forget us, even as he serves on this bigger platform and pull UHAS into the Aurora fraternity. Thank you, Professor. Again, we want to acknowledge again Professor Evelyn Ansan to be appointed a member of the International Evaluation Panel of the Global Fund. This is a very important grants pot that awards grants for research in AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. And so faculty, now you know that we have one of our own in the board. So please, let the application flow. Thank you very much for making this happen. I am very proud that my Pro-Vice Chancellor has been elevated in the space of traditional leadership. And I want to congratulate Togbi Tagwa III for his installment in the traditional area of Keji. I will wish him well in his reign as a king or a chief. Also, we have our students and staff of the School of Medicine performing free health screening during his coronation. I want to thank the staff for their selfless work. Earlier, we had one of our own, the school officer or the head of administration of the School of Medicine, who was also installed at Togbi Boami, the 9th of Bibla. And he and his elders paid a courtesy call to officially introduce him to the university on October 30. Again, Togbi Boami, we wish you well during your reign. We are all aware that we are located in the Volta region, and recently there was flooding. And so our small donation, our widow's mite, we show some love to the people who were affected. To all who contributed, we say thank you and keep this coming as we also show love to the people that we serve. As we give, we also received. We received more than we gave. And Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank all who continue to support the university. Our programs, all of them, are skill-based. And therefore, it is very expensive to run a university like this. We do the theory, we do the practicals. We examine the theory, we examine the practical. We pay for accreditation at GTech, we pay for professional accreditation and licensing and all that. Our students go to all the 16 regions of the country, and our staff go around monitoring all these students, and it's very expensive. So if you want to keep us doing what we do best, please support us in any way possible. So we have received a number of support from individuals and corporate entities. And so I want to make this, take a little time here. I want to thank Go Energy. So, Chairman, to be able to take over the China Phase 2, we needed access road. So the second road that leads from the hostel to the China Phase 2, the electrification on that road was taken by Go Energy. We want to say thank you. The electrification from the runabout to China Phase 2, again, was taken by First Sky Group of companies. We want to say thank you. And we want to say thank you to all the others, especially to the UNESCO Creative View that helped us to have a smart classroom at the biggest lecture complex here at the Phase 1 campus. We also received from individual one adjunct faculty of the School of Medicine, one Dr. Quincy Atiku, gave us 3 sets of phantom head for the School of Dentistry, and we are very grateful to him. We have also received an 85-inch smart device for our conference rooms, and this is from Clemside Business Solutions, and we say thank you to them also. SIC continued to come through for us. They first gave us the first summer hats or pergola, and they are doing one just behind this auditorium for our nursing mothers and pregnant women who take break here and there during their lectures. So Sandwich students, very soon all your problems will be solved. But most importantly, we want to acknowledge the Community Water and Sanitation Agency that has drilled 2 high-yielding boreholes for us. As we speak, processes are ongoing for them to help us mechanize these boreholes. We want to say thank you to them also. EduCrafts also came through to us, for us. If you enter the reception to the central administration now, you find these beautiful sofas, and it was donated by EduCrafts. Our outgoing Director of Public Affairs from her widow's mite donated a number of items that will be used by the Public Affairs Directorate. I will say thank you to Mrs. Maria Jira and her team for the donation. Just yesterday, we also received from Enterprise Computing Limited a set of office furniture and equipment to furnish a space in the lab complex. The lab complex is still ongoing. It came unfurnished, and so we are looking for support to furnish spaces. And this ELC, we call it, company short form for Enterprise Computing Limited, they are desiring to set up a clinical research center for us. And this is the phase 1 of their donation. And I'm sure next year will be a fully blown clinical research center to be operated through the School of Medicine. Last year, on October the 9th, 4 of our female students, after learning here, journeying to the Sokode hostel, were attacked. And the university made a number of arrangements to beef up security, and that yielded training of our security staff also. So they went to 3 weeks of training with the help of the military in this region. We say thank you for our military personnel who helped train our security men. Chairman has already mentioned the phase 2. We want to thank the Chinese government for helping us thus far. I don't want to belabor the point. The road, we've mentioned it, just an access road, it's not asphalted. If there are individual groups who want to help us asphalt it to the new building, we're more than glad. We mentioned the water, electricity that can help us take over the phase 2. Some completed. The power is 95% complete. The lab complex happens to be the largest in the sub-region. And as we speak, it is still struggling. We want to use this medium to appeal to the government. 10 years down the line, 2014 to 24 is quite a long time. It should help us finish this project this year. We also have a campus in Hohoi, Podome campus. The structure there is also 10 years old and only 58% complete. Work has stalled. It's a Get Fund project. We are appealing for support to complete the Podome campus infrastructure. Chairman has said something about the bypass, the road, the main road. Our vehicles are getting damaged because of the road. Our students coming to school is a challenge because of the road. We are appealing for completion of the road. The student graduating, I will not belabor it. Chairman has given you very, 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 very important advice for life. The one that touched my heart the most is that when you do what you love is passion. Health professional work is supposed to be loved. So I will not add much to it. But just for you to be reminded that a part of our philosophy is lifelong learning. Having the first degree is not enough. Come back, go to your specialist colleges, etc. Health work is not individual business, it's teamwork. So please, as you go, work with the other disciplines, work with your colleagues effectively. I always say that I cannot speak anywhere without referring us to the 4 core ethos and values of this university. Even when you are sleeping and they wake you up, the 4 key words, excellence, integrity, innovation, service, and care, should be in your bones. Whatever you are doing, make sure you are giving of your best. Do not sell your birthright. Do not sell your conscience. Stay true to yourself. And the world is moving. Don't practice the old things that you were taught in school. Always find out what is new. And of course, give off the best in terms of loving and that empathetic aspects of whatever you do. But every university boasts of its alumni and the support they give thereof. And so, as part of that, I want to appreciate and congratulate 4 of our alumni. Last year, or last congregation, I did celebrate one who won the National Best Nurse Award. But today, I'm celebrating Dr. Loglo, Dr. Kede, Mrs. Asante, and Dr. Opon. One has received from the states, the United States funding, Nelson Mandela Fellowship Award. One was the overall best graduating medical student at the recent UC. So she finished UHAS nursing and took 11 of the prizes at that graduation. And she was the overall best. Some came through as overall best pediatric, and then one PhD student now also had an award for second best when it came to the presentation that she did in the US. So you can see that our alumni are doing well. And so this celebration was done through the alumni platforms. And so I encourage you to join the alumni group and be active members of the alumni. Chairman, before I leave the stage, Council at its meeting 3 days ago, that's 21st of this month, made some appointments. We want to acknowledge them and congratulate them and welcome them on board come 1st August. I'm doing this now because there will be no graduation before 1st August. And so the council appointed for us a new Pro-Vice Chancellor. Our Pro-Vice Chancellor is retiring 31st of July this year. And we want to welcome, acknowledge, congratulate Professor Frank Edwin for this appointment. Can we give him a hand? We also have Dean of School of Allied Health Sciences, Professor Samuel Isiembedu, a new Director of Public Affairs, Mr. Anthony Asempa, a new Director of HR, Mr. Godfred Amoa, and our University Librarian tenure has been renewed. Can we give them all a hand? Also, The final promotion at every university is professor. We have associate professor and professor. That's it. We finished. No more promotion. And we have one approved by council for Professor Emmanuel Senano K. Moy. And then we also had one associate professor promotion, Dr. Orish. So we want to thank everybody that helped these academics to achieve this feat. And we are awaiting Professor Mohe's inaugural lecture. So on this note, Chairman, I want to thank everybody for the audience, and God bless us all.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor, for giving us the state of UHAS. Honorable Chair, I introduce to you our guest speaker for today. Reverend Dr. Joyce Roslyn Aye is Executive Director of Salt and Light Ministries and founder and president of Joyce Aye Consult, which has consulted for some mining companies, including Kagan Resources and Pelingio Explorations. She has also served on several boards, such as Finatrade Foundation, AEL Mining Services, International Cyanide Management Institute, and Stanbic Bank. Her career spans more than 40 years of service to the nation. She was formerly the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, having served the Chamber for a decade from 2001 to 2011, and was the first woman to head an African Chamber of Mines. From 1983 to 1991, she served under the government of the Provisional National Defense Council, PNDC, as Secretary for Information and later Education. She was also involved in the democratization process as a non-cabinet minister at the National Commission for Democracy. Reverend Dr. Aye is a recipient of the second highest national award in Ghana, the Companion of the Order of the Volta, conferred by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana in 2006 for her service to the nation in the public and private sectors. She has been nominated on the list of 100 global inspirational women in mining in the world. In recognition of her immense contributions to the mining industry, the University of Mines and Technology, UMAT, conferred on her an honorary doctorate degree in July 2009. She's a senior mentor of the African Leadership Initiative, a leadership formation program whose vision is to seek to develop the next generation of value-based and community leaders of Africa, beginning in Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Mozambique, and South Africa. She also mentors the Morami Initiative for Women in Leadership for Africa Development Foundation. She has also received awards as the CIMG Marketing Woman of the Year 2007, the African Female Business Leader of the Year 2009, from the African Leadership for Economic and Leadership Development, and she was inducted as an honorary fellow of the Ghana Institute of Engineers in March 2010, the Chartered Institute of Financial and Investment Analysts in September 2011, the Graduate School of Governance and Leadership in October 2011, and Chartered Institute of Supply Chain and Management in 2021, all gave her honorary fellows. She was also honored in mining and public service at the maiden edition of the Women in Excellence Award in 2011. Indeed, the numerous awards our distinguished speaker has received is enormous, and you can find them in the brochure. In May 2021, Central University conferred on Reverend Dr. Aye a Doctor of Communication Arts degree, honoris causa, to recognize their contributions in the area of communication and leadership foundation. His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, life patron of the Millennium Excellence Foundation, conferred upon her the Millennium Prize for Leadership and Contribution to National Development in recognition of her meritorious work in the areas of motivation and outstanding clergy policies in Ghana. This was in July 2021. She was also honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award by the Ghana CEO Awards in 2021. Reverend Dr. Aye is passionate about the arts and serves as executive chairperson of Harmonious Choral and patron to many other choirs. She's a fellow of the Institute of Public Relations and has served for many years as member of the Advisory Council of the Prisons Ministries of Ghana and the Bible Society of Ghana in various capacities. She is also passionate about sustainable mining and has advocated strongly for responsible mining for sustainable development. She has delivered several papers on sustainable mining in various mining conferences across the globe. If you listened to her yesterday as she gave her lecture, you would know that she has in-depth knowledge in the mining sector. In 2022, she was appointed as chairperson of a 5-member committee to oversee the management of funds in support of victims of the Apiati explosion. Now, with a big applause, shall we invite Reverend Dr. Joyce Rosalind Aye to give her speech.
Thank you very much, Madam Registrar. Now my knees are shaking. Having said all that, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to give of my best. And today, when I look at all of you graduating, looks like my graduation in 1969 is... So now I'm going to have to, make it up and speak like a pro. My Lord, Chairman of Council, with your permission, I will stand on the existing protocols, except Togbio, Mamao, and I've just made some friends on the University Council board, so I better behave myself. So I also acknowledge you. I have some family members here also whom I acknowledge. My son and his wife. Yes. Communication, the latent ingredient in healing and healthcare delivery. Your profession is about people, and people require communication. Communication not only with words, but with also the whole body. Sometimes you can meet somebody and smile, but your body language says, just get out of my sight. And so for those of you in the healing and healthcare delivery professions, what your body says is far more important than what your words convey. So as we stand, now I've joined you, so as we stand on the T-junction that takes us from school into the world of work and full responsibility, I'd like us to spend a little time thinking about communication. But let me start with a real-life scenario. A 74-year-old man is admitted to hospital. His family visits him and upon touching his forehead, requests that the nurse check his temperature with a thermometer. Upon checking the temperature, that reads 38.5 degrees Celsius. The family is shaken. The youngest son rushes for a towel to tap, and the tap water begins to sponge the dad. The nurse casually walks to her seat, picks up a tablet, and begins to type or chat. The family is devastated. Are they going to lose the father? And isn't the nurse being a little too cavalier? Unbeknownst, of course, to the family, minutes before they walked in, the nurse had indeed checked the temperature. It was then 39.3. had administered an intravenous paracetamol that was taking effect and reducing the temperature. Additionally, she had tepid sponged him earlier and repositioned him near a standing fan to focus the father's bed area. She was actually working on the tablet to send an emergency report to her supervisor requesting additional support or intervention. Good practice, isn't it? But because she failed to communicate or seemingly show care, the family branded her unprofessional. And in this modern era where words are just used like that, she was called a slay queen nurse. The family also speculated that she was actually doing WhatsApp and Instagram on her tablet. What would have changed if she had acted differently and told the family about what she had done? She could have said, please don't worry. The temperature was very high before you came. I have administered some medication, and the temperature you see shows that the medication is working. That would have made such a difference. Now, I'm saying this because you will face it if you haven't already faced that situation. Once we're dealing with people, especially people who are vulnerable, because every patient is vulnerable. Some of us are not the nicest people. And if we, the patient suffering, are not nice, you can imagine what our family members are. And it's not that, they don't think you're capable. It's just that in those circumstances, emotions run wild. So, reminisce your earlier days in this institution. You arrived here with aspirations of making a big difference in people's lives, armed with knowledge, empathy, and a burning desire to heal. You embarked on your journey of study. Yet, amidst all the medical jargons and technicalities, one thing stands out. That is the cornerstone of your profession. And this is your ability to communicate effectively. Never mind the stress. And so, communication in medicine ought to be considered as a fundamental clinical skill to establish a relationship with the patient, paving a way to successful diagnosis and treatment, and also paving the way for the inclusion of this subject in all medical schools, such as UHAS. I don't know whether you have a department that deals with communication as a subject, but maybe it is time to do so. Now we are getting to the stage, my Lord, where people are suing hospitals. And they are not just suing the institutions, they are suing the people. Mainly to be because communication has not taken place. I know you see worse things than people go through So sometimes you are indeed cavalier, because for you, it's normal. But I won't even tell you about my own situation. When I thought I was dying, because my blood pressure was 216 over 109. I didn't have a headache. I didn't have any palpitation. But if I was worried, my son was even worse. You know, I mean, it needed an ambulance. We did get to the hospital. But what made a difference was the doctor, young, who said, it's all right, because you're not dizzy, because you don't have a headache, I think we can manage this. Of course. Maybe he was just, just getting me to feel well, but it made a big difference. I'm saying all this because it is important for us to communicate well. In the 80s, early publications supporting education and communication started to emerge. In the United Kingdom, the General Medical Council reported that medical students should be taught to communicate clearly, sensitively, and effectively with patients. Since then, this type of education has become common in the undergraduate medical curricula of the United Kingdom. A short time later, communication skills courses started being taught in several medical schools in the United States. Since the 90s, numerous reports recognize the importance and the need for including this content in the undergraduate curricula. The integration by the Association of American Medical Colleges states in its report, Contemporary Issues in Medicine, Communication in Medicine. And this concluded that all medical schools must formally assess the quality of communication of their students. So why do we need this? I have mentioned that communication between healthcare providers, patients, and families will go a long way to achieve patient satisfaction and improved health outcomes. In most cases, your words and your body language hold the power either to shatter the spirit of the patient in critical conditions or offer a glimmer of hope. Now, I don't really mind when my blood pressure reads 180. I just say, oh, this is normal. Don't worry. My last reading was 125 over 75. So I'm fine, aren't I? Sorry, it means you don't have work to do. Maybe you should go high so I can come and lie on your bed and for you to take care of me. But communication in healthcare is not just about relaying information. It's about forging connections, building trust, and instilling confidence. It's about meeting patients in their most vulnerable moments and guiding them through the corridors of uncertainty with empathy and compassion. Each interaction you have with a patient is an opportunity to make a difference. Whether it is a reassuring smile, a comforting touch, or a simple gesture of understanding, these seemingly small acts of communication can have a profound impact on a patient's journey towards healing. However, effective communication, as I said, is not just what we say, even learning to listen. Listening is a skill. And in your profession, when you have so much to do, it should be an additional skill. You have to really spend time just listening. quite a number of patients don't really need any medication. And as we get older, we have several complaints, aches, pains, here, there. Sometimes just listening and just saying, you'll be all right. And administering even abonike will go a long way to ease the pain that people have. So as you approach the start of your careers, let's remember that communication is just not a skill. It is also a mindset. It is a commitment to fostering meaningful connections with those you serve. You have to be intentional. So be skilled medical professionals who are also compassionate and caring communicators who support and empower our patients at every stage of their journey. Let's embrace communication as we enter our professions. Let our words be rays of hope for those who are going through difficulties. Now, the time of just giving us placebos will no longer work, because these days, if you give us medication, we'll go and find out from the net what the medication has. So please, don't just give us injections with water and think we'll be fine. I grew up in Kumasi, and in Kumasi, if you went to hospital and they didn't give you an injection in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, the doctor was not competent. You needed an injection. And so, of course, there were many injections around. They had nothing. But the woman would say, "Let me call hospital, no. Oh, doctor, no, ya dear pa. Oh, bo me panie." But it was just a way of also communicating with the patient. Because if a patient needed injection and there was something you could give, maybe there wouldn't even be anything in the syringe. But just put the needle there, push it, and the patient feels that some medications have been given. As patients, we need your love, we need your compassion, we need your understanding. Of course, we should also understand that your work is strenuous, that most of the time you are under stress. You're just one person dealing with so many patients. However, when we are sick, we become unreasonable. The voice of reason, the practice of reason must come from you, even under stress. So, congratulations, the class of 2024. As you go forth to make your mark in this world, remember that the greatest impact you can make is not just giving medications or prescribing them, but the greatest impact you will make is in the communications that you administer, the connections that you forge, and the lives you touch through the simple and yet very profound communication. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Reverend Dr. Joyce Rosalind Aye. Shall we give her another applause? Now, our students, even though I can see from their faces that they are enjoying the speeches, they cannot wait to be called upon for the degrees to be conferred. all the students come. Okay. Where is it? Thank you very much. So, as the practice is in the university, the guest speaker or the distinguished speaker for our lecture is also awarded an honorary doctorate degree from the university. And before we confer yours, we're going to do hers first. I didn't inform my distinguished council member, but I'm going to call her. Madam Lucy Oforiaye, please do us the honors and come and read a citation for us for our honorable distinguished guest speaker. Reverend Dr. Joyce Rosalind Aye, may I humbly request that you stand up?
Doctor of Science, honoris causa citation. Reverend Dr. Joyce Rosalind Aye, celebrated elder stateswoman, and accomplished daughter of Ghana. Your impact. No, you can't. She can hold it to my mouth. I take it again. Doctor of Science, honoris causa citation. Reverend Dr. Joyce Rosalind Aye, celebrated elder stateswoman and accomplished daughter of Ghana. Your impact on national development began decades ago and encompasses work you have done in many fields. The noble profession of public relations greatly benefited from your presence within its ranks, and then as its leader during your tenure as Secretary for Information. For that, the Institute of Public Relations Ghana in 2014 recognized you as the Public Relations Personality of the Year. You have also received multiple awards, too numerous to fully list on this ordinary plaque, for your impact in business and finance. And you have been inducted as an honorary fellow into several professional bodies, including the Ghana Institute of Engineers, the Chartered Institute of Financial and Investment Analysts, the Graduate School of Governance and Leadership, and the Chartered Institute of Supply Chain Management. You have accomplished many great things during your life of service, rendered even more remarkable because you did them as a woman, navigating spaces that have traditionally been dominated by males, particularly the mining industry. These achievements have not gone unrewarded, as you have been recognized from the highest echelons of influence, locally and globally. As such, you are a recipient of the second highest national award in Ghana, the Companion of the Order of the Volta, Ghana, in 2006. You have received an honorary doctorate degree from the University of Mines and Technology in 2009, and from Central University in 2021. You were honored in Mining and Public Service at the maiden edition of the Women in Excellence Award 2011, and nominated for the 2011 Woman of the Year by the American Biographical Institute, ABI. You have received the Inspirational Woman Award at the Ghana UK-based Achievement GUBA Awards in 2015 for creating change, paving the way for women, as well as being the first female to head an African Chamber of Mines, as CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, where you served from 2001 to 2011. Indeed, you have paid your dues and more by laying a blueprint for future leaders that may not be easy to follow. We, the University of Health and Allied Sciences, are delighted to also honor you today, the 23rd of March, 2024, with the Honorary Doctor of Science degree, honoris causa, in recognition of your positive impact on public health through your work as a passionate advocate of sustainable mining, and for your exemplary leadership to both female and male leaders of tomorrow, of which I'm one. Reverend Dr. Joyce Rosalind Ayeko, thank you very much. Mother Ghana appreciates you.
Now may I invite the University Council Chairman and the Vice Chancellor to help us robe our distinguished lady.
The plaque reads, Appreciation, Reverend Dr. Joyce R. Ayi, in appreciation of your role as guest speaker on the 8th JEAM Leadership Lecture Series, delivered on 22nd March 2024. Presented 23rd March 2024. You are an alumnus of this university.
Yes, glad and proud.
Thank you very much. My Lord Chair, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now we come to our graduates. With your permission, our Lordship Chair, may I invite the Dean of the Fred Newton Binker School of Public Health to present students who have fulfilled requirements for the award of degrees.
Thank you. Would the graduating candidates of the Fred Newton Binker School of Public Health please stand and remain standing? Chairman of Council, I have the honor and privilege to present to you the graduating candidates of the Fred Newton Binker School of Public Health who have fulfilled the requirements for the award of bachelor's degrees to be admitted to the third degrees of the University of Health and Allied Sciences.
Thank you very much, Dean. You may take your seat. School officer, please wait a while. Our students are few from these two schools, and I don't want our chair to come back and forth. Chairman will confer the degrees after I call the next school. I now invite the Dean of the School of Allied Health Sciences to present the students who have fulfilled requirements for the award of degrees.
Will the graduating candidates of the School of Allied Health Sciences please stand and remain standing? Chairman of Council, I have the honor and privilege to present to you the graduating candidates of the School of Allied Health Sciences who have fulfilled the requirements for the award of bachelor's degrees to be admitted to the third degrees of the University of Health and Allied Sciences.
Thank you very much. Now may I invite the Dean of the School of Medicine to also present students who have fulfilled requirements for award of degrees in the School of Medicine.
Will the graduating candidates of the School of Medicine please stand and remain standing? Chairman of Council, I have the honor and privilege to present to you graduates of the School of Medicine who have fulfilled the requirements for the award of a bachelor degree to be admitted to the third degrees of the University of Health and Allied Sciences.
By the authority conferred on me as the Chairman of Council, I, Justice Victor Jones Mawulom Doche, formally admit you to the respective degrees of the University of Health and Allied Sciences, Fred Newton Binker School of Public Health, Aiko. School of Allied Health Sciences. By the authority conferred on me as the Chairman of Council, I, Justice Victor Jones Mawulom Doche, formally admit you to the respective degrees of the University of Health and Allied Sciences, School of Allied Health Sciences, Aiko. School of Medicine. By the authority conferred on me as the Chairman of Council, I, Justice Victor Jones Mawulom Doche, formally admit you to the respective degrees of the University of Health and Allied Sciences, School of Medicine, Aiko.
Bachelor of Public Health, Disease Control. Ja and Ase Pomegbe Fidel McAfee. Bachelor of Public Health, Health Promotion. Adai Thomas, Afeku Jane, Azure Raphael, Osei Asibe Juliet.
School of Allied Health Sciences, Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Sciences. Amoa Edward, Golo Francisca Esinam. Mote Eric, Mwando Jonathan Ye, Tete Ruth. Bachelor of Speech, Language and Hearing Sciences, Techi Nicholas.
Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, Chum Asantiwa Ohima. Bachelor of Physician Assistantship, Clinical, Ousu Bright Antwi.
Now the larger group. Kindly arrange your faces. My Lord Chair, with your permission, I invite the Dean of the School of Nursing and Midwifery, Professor You don't want us to leave here, so you can go and... Professor Peter Datara is the Dean of the School of Nursing and Midwifery. Professor Datara, please present your students who have fulfilled the requirements for the award of degrees. Thank you.
Will the graduating candidates of the School of Nursing and Midwifery please stand and remain standing? Chairman of Council, I have the honor and privilege to present to you the graduating candidates of the School of Nursing and Midwifery who have fulfilled the requirement for the award of bachelor's degree to be admitted to the third degrees of the University of Health and Allied Sciences.
By the authority conferred on me as the Chairman of Council, I, Justice Victor Jones Mawulom Doche, formally admit you to the respective degrees of the University of Health and Allied Sciences, School of Nursing and Midwifery, Aiko.
Bachelor of Midwifery, Ablo Millicent, Aqua Ruby, Adai Lydia, Ado Peace, Ado Linda Adukwe, Eje Benedicta Na Ajele, Eje Esther Agbefe Christina, Agrairi Dora, Ajimai Ruth, Ajinfra Beatrice, Kwachiwa, Afianyo Edem, Ahinkra Agata, Ahmed Najatu Zakari, Ado Susanna, Akaho Etelinda Eliklim, Akoli Sedem, Zenith, Akochu Rosemary, Amankwa Prisla, Amate Esther, Amoko, Amewu Bridget Aram, Amwate Solis, Chako, Amu Teresa Ruby, Amu Selassie, Anaman Efia Esilfua, Ankra Gifty, Apenten, Paulina Obinwa, Apechi, Ramika, Aku Junior, Apia Mavis, Apia Mona, Apia Baini Felicity, Asamoah Dinah, Echa, Asari Felicia, Aku, Ashade Patience, Ablan, Achu Sylvia, Catherine, Atu Celestine, Avoka Florence, Atampiga, Awito Bedi, Dodonu Ama, Ayensu Delphine, Baba Musa Lily, Akanle, Bansa Evelyn, Binwa Equia, Beire Ophelia, BC Margaret, Blankson Susanna, Boatin Dinah, Abrafi, Boatin Sarah, Darklo Prisla, Bosonchi Florence, Bachman Mary, Bukari Mariama, Butuaku Gladys, Coleman Edith, Kujo Linda, Demiasi Benedicta Aku, Denu Odilia Sichope, Deve Gifty Mansa, Eke Rosemont Akpene, Eshon Millicent, SL Mavis, Eze Seraphine Shelter, Frema Rose Sapon, Fuseni Rahmatu, Gasu Millicent, Benyu Mercy Anukwa, Gonzanga Irene, Jean Francisca, Amenu Elizabeth Ewenam, Hiame Rosemary Troy Namau, Idrisu Aishetu, Hankam Gladys Ajimai, Kavi Dinah Sedem, Ke Charlotte, Jejom, Kende Kafui, Klinogo Anastasia, Celestine, Komeja Benis, Ajua, Kote Patience, Kujo Lydia, Kunye Magdalene, Lecha Eunice, Lochu Pearl, Mensa Guide, Minta Ophelia, Mohammed Jawara, Mohammed Zainab, Muru Josephine, Nanama, Malia Lydia, Niako Portia Akua, Nkrumah Liberty, Nyamadi Abigail Awushi, Nyamane Faustina, Obin Rita, Odro Rosina, Odro Maud, Osei Jimaima, Sewa, Otu Elizabeth, Otu Mami Baba, Owusu Grace, Owusu Vivian Jesse, Puma Patience, Kwashi Stephanie, Sechi Elizabeth Esiama, Taki Ankra Beatrice, Tantie Evelyn, Tesu Eugenia Yaira, Tete Desiree Jifa, Tete Teresa Mako, Yanum Nancy Ajua, Yebua Helena, Yebua Matilda Asiedu, Yegbe Francisca, Ible Mildred, Irenchi Philomena. Bachelor of Nursing, Ampedu Mary, Amponsa Kezia Akosia, Anaman Christopher Beniechi, Andor Genevieve Bruha, Andor Grace, Anne Joyce, Anan John Yao, Anan Linda Sewa, Anoba Regina Akwoko, Anoy Ethel, Anyidoho Vivian Ablan, Apati Joan Asiome, Apia Pius, Ahin Ruth, Ama Peter, Asamoah Lillian Boatin, Asari Boachi, Samanshia Selma, Ashinyu Christine, Asma Vida, Atia Faustina Asibi, Ata Daniel, Ate Lawrence, Ayeki, Ewa Pepra Charlotte, Ewa Rebecca, Awudi Doris, Trenamau, Awuto Peace, Seram, Euku Sylvester, Senanu, Awute Fred, Kwabla, Ayete Irene Peggy, Aya Sarah Pamford, Ayimbisa Joy, Aiti Enyonam, Bedu Grace, Bedu Monica, Banahini Esther, Bedi Dinah, Boatin Abigail, Boatin Millicent, Adai, Bruni Sally Eje, Bruni Amwako Ruth, Kobina, Martha Mensa, Coleman Anastasia, Kujo Portia, Deuwo Catherine Elom, Domevenu Sabina Edem Sheila, Duya Regina Ajimai, Dufe Rosemary Ajwa, Dufie Veronica Abena, Ja Mausi, Jakpasu Daina, Jamposu Vida MFA, Gijonu Esinu, Jono Ayim Nora, Hagan Dennis, Engman Esther Afi, Eshon Evelyn, Eshon Jennifer, Eshon Theophilus Emmanuel, Esiako Beatrice, Frimpom Prisla, Ewa, Gati Jessica Sedem, Beha Paul Kofi, Bolo Evans Mauli, Gidisu Vida Enyonam, Govena Tamim, Jemfua Linda, Jawu Prisla, Okwe Letitia Eliklim, Honu Veronica, Kemawo Deborah, Kennedy Edith, Kuya Mansa, Kenyo Eunice, Kojo Stella Elikem, Annabel. Bojaho, Bismarck, Newton, Kujo, Justina, Kama, Kufualo, Christopher, Yao, Kumejro, Ebel, Kumeto, Elizabeth, Kusi, Daniel, Kusi, Albert, Chirwa, Chirima, Stella, Late, Comfort, Lejo, Robina, Mahama, Juliana, Mantebia, Abigail, Abuaji, Mia, Felix, Mensa, Cynthia, Ajo, Mensa, Dorcas, Mensa, Sabina, Mensa, Kwenu, Kobina, Manson, Jonas, JC, Musa, Abdullahi, Nate, Charles, Nate, Eunice, Neku, Courage, Norte, Jennifer, Nti, Mary, Kofi, Nto, Lee, Ajirimia, Nukbe, Victor, Nwanwi, Daniel, Dede, Nyajogbe, Esther, Nyako, Gilbert, Nyako, Jonathan, Donas, Nyaku, Nina, McCaffrey, Odro, Dinah, Odro, Prince, Odro, Regina, Ofe, Sarah, Enyonam, Ofori, Francisca, Ofosu, Millicent, Ofosua, Comfort, Ohini, Asa, Priscilla, Okai, Beauty, Okutu, Dorcas, Bueke, Ochre, Susanna, Opoku, Amwako, Deborah, Opoku, Rose, Afrie, Opoku, Dia, Angelina, Opon, Pepra, Millicent, Osafo, Kete, Somoa, Osei, Ajapon, Prince, Osei, Isaac, Osei, Sandra, Ajimai, Osei, Apia, Esther, O2, Florence, Asiedu, Ousu, Augustina, Ousu, Marjorie, Ousu, Rebecca, Paku, Joan, Ama, Nelom, Kwashi, Kingsley, McCaffrey, Kwesin, Emmanuel, Saki, Ishmael, Sadiq, Nafsa, Rob, Potiba, Safo Ruth, Jemfi, Safo Juliet, Sapon Fit, Mauko, Secret Bright, Ousu, Senaya Joseph Perez, Somoa, Elia, Somoa Frederick, Sosu Patience, Sosu Sena Bridget, Tachi Olivia, Tebi Mavis Edem, Tete John, Tete Azawachi Raquel, Te Gladys Padiki, Tome Benis, Chingu Wisdom Selassie, Chinubua Kwame Nana, Omar Fati, Uredu Alberta Usua, Yahya Lietu, Yakubu Yusuf, Kamara, Yam Sarah Napuka, Yamwa Bedu Donald, Yame Donatus, Yao Lucy, Yebua Esther, Yebua Grace, Ago, Zigan John.
Bachelor of Public Health Nursing. Abebu Mauritia. Abidana Charity Atisibange. Abuaji Gane Francisca. Aboga Rose. Abugbila Raymond. Adisu Faustina. AJ Stella Aseye. Adumako Felix Besan. Adongo Wilhelmina. Adontin George Frimpong. Edu Evelyn. Adupo Eunice Edem. Edichum Bernard. Afezi Mary. Afo Gifty. Agbalenyo Edem. Agbali Juliet Enyonam. Agbanyo Charlotte. Agbeve Christopher. Agbokpa Mary. AJ Christiana Ofosuya. Ejewa Jessica Bafo. Ahado Abigail Sichopa. Ahinyabu Felix. Ahmed Zaid. Ahoto Jimaima. Akalimaga Matilda Azuma. Akure Esther Akalibre. Alu Roger Kututira. Amadogbe Charlotte. Amachiko Mabel MFA. Amwa Sandra. Amwa Sandy. Ampia Addison Joanna. Ankuma Rosemary Asantiwa. Afako to Bridget Yao. Apanya Philomena Enyonam. Apia Bright. April Felix. Ago Richard. Atiaba Jessica. Aye Abraham Teko. Asanti Alice Efrifa. Asari Christiana Antia. Asari Vivian. Atampogri Docas. Atichogwi Mazipo. Achu Agbomanyi Sairam. Aotre John Pratt. Euku Robert. Ayana J Gilbert. Azilagbato Cinderella. Babun Isaac. Ban Eunice. Ban Stephen. Bedu Victoria Efua. Bature Charlotte. Bawa Isahaku. Bella Cassandra. Buedi Hannah. Boa Charles. Boatin Faustina Abina. Bo Angelina Delali. Kobina Joseph Opoku. Bakwari Madeline Yama. Damson Jude Kanyire. Danku Monica Niebewire. Dake Dorothy. Derry Mike. Doche Precious Yaira. Judesa Esther. Ejiri Letitia. Essen Elizabeth. Eson Veronica. Esuman Esther Orinia. Pagalogo Phoebe Akiwele. Firu David, Gamma Deborah Maku, Bang Evelyn, Banting Bang Fidel Yandinan, Jabba Nicholas, Jesau Matilda Nsang, Hatchful Anita, Gel Richmond, Kalinge Patrick Atawune, Kel Isaac Menoku, Keteku Frank, Kisiedu Lily, Konedu Grace Efua, Kosa Linda, Kudiabo Alberta, Kwachi Asafo Dixon, Che Davis Danso, Tremantin Sarah, Labi Kate Nyakon, Logochura Nancy Anuse, Logojo Franklina, Macblem D.O., Mahama Thompson Bilak, Marfo, Sandra Amwatin, Marte Diana Teki, Mayim Mercy, Mingle, Prisla, Musa Jamila, Nasal Donatan, Indiogo Foster Apasiba, Ninepence Portia Bolly, Nkrumah Emmanuel, Nyamibuam Josephine, Nyako Prisla.
I can feel the excitement in the room already. And I will invite the Vice Chancellor to dispatch you.
May all graduates stand shall remain standing. For all the programs, please. With your degrees now conferred, you have now earned the recognition of being referred to as graduates of this university. So from today, anytime you have the opportunity to wear an academic gown, remember to place your tassel to the left. So if you have not done that, please do. Your tassel is to be to the left. Now, as alumni of this distinguished university, I want to invite the Global Alumni President, Mr. Gabriel Anyagbanyo, to join me upstage. As alumnus of this university, you are our ambassador. You are supposed to translate all that you have learned to meaningful service to the benefits of mankind. We have now alumni associations for the various schools, areas of the continent, the UK, America, etc., etc. We wish that you become active members of the Alumni Association and give back to your alma mater. So Gabriel here is the global president. And after this program, please connect with him so that you can contribute to the activities of the alumni. Gabriel, congratulations. He took over this year, and wish him well during his tenure as alumni president. You may take your seats. By the powers vested in me also, the Chancellor Chairman has taken his power. I'm also taking mine now. I now dispatch you to your various health professions. I know today we have nursing, we have medicine, and we have public health professionals. I dispatch you to your various health professions with confidence, zeal, and a call to duty, which is very, very important to us. Once again, congratulations. And before I take my seat, I want to congratulate all the pregnant women who came through. And I also congratulate all the nursing mothers whose children are waiting. Chairman of Council, this cadre or this cohort, majority of them or almost all of them are working class. So they combine work and schooling to achieve this feat. Indeed, it was a tedious journey, but they have made it. Congratulations to all of you.
Kindly have your seats. And I invite the Pro Vice Chancellor to do the awards and prizes. Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Harry Tagwa, please take the stage.
Thank you very much, Registrar. Chairman of Council, all protocols duly observed. Good morning, everyone. We have a few awards to give, and each award is worth $300. It comes with a book and a plaque and a cash of $100 in CDs. And so we start, we have just a few. The first is the University of Health and Allied Sciences Prize for the Outstanding Graduating Student in Bachelor of Nursing Sandwich Program. This will be presented by the head of department of Nursing, School of Nursing and Midwifery, Dr. Felix Nyande. And the winner of this award is Mr. Evans Mauli Bolo. He has a GPA of 3.89. 3.89. That's quite high. The next award is the University of Health and Allied Sciences Prize for the Outstanding Graduating Student in Bachelor of Public Health Nursing Sandwich Program. This will be presented by the head of department, Dr. Anita Date. And this goes to Esther Judese. She has a GPA of 3.73. The next award is the Victoria Aduoji Akufo Prize for the Outstanding Graduating Student in Bachelor of Midwifery Sandwich Program. And this will be presented by the head of department, Dr. Ellen Kluche. And the winner is Elizabeth Ewinam Hamanu. And her GPA is 3.80. Next is the Professor John Evans at a Mills Prize for the overall outstanding graduating sandwich student. And this goes to Mr. Evans Mauli Bolo. And we invite the Vice Chancellor to present the award, Professor Lydia Ziato, please. Mr. Golo has a GPA of 3.89. Thank you very much, VC, and thank you all.
My Lord Chair, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you our valedictorian. And I think you should know the person by now. Evans, will you step forward? Evans Mauligbolo. Evans Mauligbolo is a professional nurse with 13 years of experience in emergency room care, perioperative care, and management of inpatients on the ward. He's a nursing officer currently working in the Chufuati Moka District Hospital at Chufupraso. He hails from Benuakope, near Sogakope, in the Volta region, and was born into a family of 5 siblings. He's married with 3 kids. He's an old student of St. Thomas Senior High Technical School at Asamankasi, where he pursued general science and had his West African Senior School certificate in 2006. He gained admission into the Chifupraso Nursing and Midwifery Training College in 2008 to pursue health assistant clinical and graduated successfully in 2010 with distinction in the licensing examination. Evans worked at the Chifupraso District Hospital as an enrolled nurse from 2010 to 2014. He gained another admission to his alma mater, Chifupraso Nursing and Midwifery Training College, in 2014 for his diploma in registered nursing. He also graduated in 2017 with distinction in surgical nursing and was conferred with the Mary Parry Award by the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Ghana as the National Best Candidate in registered general nursing in August 2017. He obtained a diploma in registered general nursing with distinction in 2017 from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. He gained admission into this prestigious university, UHAS, to pursue a Bachelor of Science degree in general nursing in 2022, and is graduating at the top of his cohort with the highest grade point of 3.89. His passion for issues relating to the welfare of nurses and midwives, coupled with his leadership skills, made Evans to take up positions of serving in the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association district level from 2011 to date. He is currently the first vice chairman of JIRA NMA in Chifu Atimoka district and central regional chairman of Enrolled Nurses Group. Evans believes that hard work pays. With hard work, perseverance, and God's blessings coupled with humility, he can achieve higher laurels. With this humble beginning, he aspires to be the one of the most renowned lecturers and nurses researchers the world could ever produce. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the valedictorian.
Thank you. Your Lordship Chairman, may I have your permission to stand on the existing protocols? Thank you. I am very much privileged and proud to stand before you on this momentous occasion to deliver the valedictory speech on behalf of my colleague graduates present and those who could not come due to circumstances beyond their control. To me, it feels like a dream. We came into this prestigious university some 2, 3, or 4 years back in pursuit of a degree in our various fields of study. Osibisa, in stanza 2 of their song entitled Wayaya, said, "It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough. But we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will." Reflecting on our academic journey fills us with immense pride and gratitude.
Distinguished Chairman, Evans needs support. I understand the wife and children are here. May I kindly invite them?
Thank you very much. Reflecting on our academic journey fills us with immense pride and gratitude. Though it was not always an easy road. Every challenge, triumph along the way, has played a pivotal role in shaping us into the people we are today. From balancing rigorous coursework with extracurricular activities during our early days, to the countless late nights spent studying for exams, each moment has been a stepping stone toward achieving our goals. The unwavering support of our lecturers, friends, and family has been invaluable, inspiring us to always strive for excellence and never settle for mediocrity. Through the help of God Almighty, hard work, determination, and perseverance, we have come this far. Your Lordship Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to eulogize and appreciate some individuals and through and group of people who diverse ways contributed their widow's mites, which made this enviable achievement possible. First of all, I cannot thank God enough than to agree with the psalmist in the book of Psalm, chapter 95, verses 1 to 4. And I read, "Oh, come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us shout joyfully to the Lord of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving. Let us shout joyfully to him with psalms. For the Lord is the great God, and the great King above all gods." Amen. To the university administration, the Dean of School of Nursing and Midwifery, and the entire tutorial staff, we appreciate the diverse roles you played in our academic journey, which have brought us this far. As a valedictorian, I have experienced firsthand the positive impact of the university environment on my journey to success. One of the key aspects of the university environment that has contributed to our success is the culture of excellence that permeates every aspect of the campus life. From dedicated lecturers who are passionate about their subjects, to classmates who pushed me to think critically and creatively. The university community fostered a spirit of intellectual curiosity and academic rigor that has inspired me to strive for excellence in everything I do. The university's commitment to diversity and inclusion creates a rich tapestry of perspectives and experiences that enriches the learning environment and challenges students to think beyond their own perspectives. By fostering a culture of respect, empathy, and understanding, the university created a supportive community for us to thrive and succeed. I would like to take this moment to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our faculty, mentors, and loved ones who have supported and guided us on our journey. Their unwavering faith in our potential has been the cornerstone of our achievements. You have bet a good mind in us. We say, "Akpe, mawane yirami." To my wife and children, we have been through thick and thorns, but God has glorified himself and crowned our struggle with what we are seeing today. You have been my strength and pillar. I say a big thank you.
Take a deep breath before you continue.
I remain forever grateful to my family, friends, and any individual who has contributed his or her quota to make me who I am today. I say God richly bless all of you. To my class, Nursing Top Up 2022, we came, we saw, and we conquered. It is worth noting that the course rep of this noble class, Mr. Bismarck Bojaho Newton, read the matriculation speech some 2 years ago, and a member of this same class is reading the valedictory speech today. To my study group members, the achievers, the midnight and dawn discussions have paid off. I am sincerely grateful for the support. Indeed, we did this together. My fellow graduates, do you remember the impromptu quizzes? The 6 a.m. lectures? Shuttle struggles, aka bar struggle. Assignment with closed deadlines. And the difficult exams. Those moments when we sometimes ask ourselves, me baha beye den. Yes, others turn it. Me baho beye den. All have turned into fun and interesting moments now. As we reflect on our shared experiences, we are filled with a range of emotions, a longing for the moments we have shared, anticipation for the future, and perhaps some unease as we venture into uncharted paths. But let us not forget the growth we have achieved, the obstacles we have overcome, and the perseverance and the dedication that has brought us this milestone. Each of us has a unique story to tell, a journey marked by resilience and fortitude that has led us this moment of celebration. Now we are prepared to move on and take whatever challenge that may come our way. The world awaits our great minds and the knowledge we have acquired. Let us keep the virtue of honesty and perseverance. It is our responsibility to bring the positive change we all desire in this world. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other one thing. But success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Winston Churchill, that's by Winston Churchill. Challenges give us the opportunity to become victorious. Let us also bear in mind that success is not solely determined by the recognition we receive, but by the impact we have on others and the positive changes we bring about. Remember, life is not measured by money, fame, or fortune, but the connections we form with those around us. May the connections we formed in this great institution move us to a greater height. All the students graduating today deserve congratulations for a good work done. We are leaving this great university today and demonstrating to the world that UHAS graduates will fall short of nothing in achieving greatness. In conclusion, I encourage my fellow graduates to never stop dreaming, never stop learning, never stop believing in yourselves. The future is bright and is ours to seize. Congratulations once again to the class of 2024. Let us venture forth and conquer the world with courage, enthusiasm, and sense of purpose. I will end with the stanza 3 of the university anthem. UHAS, here you have come, our alma mater dear. With grateful hearts we come. We will love and cherish you. Long live the graduating class of 2024. Long live the School of Nursing and Midwifery. Long live UHAS. Long live Ghana. Thank you.
Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. Congratulations. Okay. Now, before I go on to acknowledge our important visitors and our guests, I'd like to draw your attention, newly minted UHAS alumni, to page 24 of the brochure, if you have not already seen it. This is the first time that we've included this thanks to the efforts of your new alumni president. So there is a QR code that you can scan. Again, we are progressing in terms of alumni relations, and so your first year dues have already been prepaid. All you have to do is scan this code, and then you can go and add your name to the registration portal. Don't forget to also visit the website. There's a dedicated alumni web space on the UHAS website. All the information is there. Follow them on social media and engage. And on that note, I would like to acknowledge and thank the following guests that are with us. The UHAS Council Chair and members, we thank you for your presence. Professor Kofi Anyudoho, Foundation Council Chairman, was with us yesterday and is here again this morning. Thank you, sir. Professor John Osu Japon, our second Vice Chancellor, is also here with us. Thank you, Prof. Honorable Benjamin Kodo, Member of Parliament, Ho Central, is here with us. We also have in our midst Professor T.C. Fletcher, former Dean of the School of Pharmacy, Professor Richard Fifi Texan, representing the Vice Chancellor of Ho Technical University, Pharmacist Kwesi Brenya, representing the Regional Director of the Ghana Health Service. We also have with us Mr. Victor Akakbo, representing the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Madam Pearl Yakoya Boy, representing the Registrar, GIMPA, Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai, our local friend here, the Rector of Adonai University College, Nana Osei Meinu, Managing Director, CEG, and Mrs. Calorie Meinu, the family of Auntie Joyce. You're welcome. We also have Madam Hannah Ofosu Apia, the PA of the guest speaker. We have Togbe Aja II, representing the Paramount Chief of Fodome Traditional Area, Togbe Fia Koku III, Paramount Chief, Sokoto Traditional Area. Ni Ayi Anna Conte I, PhD, Ga Abola area, Jaseche we. Togbe Kojo Do, Chief of Sokoto Lokwe, the elders and the Queen Mothers from Adaklu, Kojobi, and Sokoto Traditional Area are all present. Deans and directors who are here with us, Dr. Teresa Edu, University Librarian, faculty and staff, media fraternity, thank you for your constant presence at our events, all the parents and invited guests who came to support our newly minted graduates. We thank you for your presence. I would like to make a couple of announcements pertaining to how we will proceed after the event. We will have a small photo session in here, right from my taking my seat. We will invite the family of the guest speaker to come up and take some pictures with her up front, and then the members on the podium here will come down and join you, and everybody will gather around and we will take some pictures before we recess. On that note, I thank you very much. This is the last time that I will be officiating congregation at UHAS. I thank you for your cooperation these few years. And I am happy to have had the opportunity to have served UHAS and Ghana in this small capacity. Thank you very much.
I think we can give her another applause for thanking us and for serving UHAS as Director of Public Affairs. Now, my Lord Chair, I will humbly invite you to give your closing remarks and dissolve congregation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. I think we've had a very good congregation. I've learned a few things. The first thing I want to say before I dissolve the congregation is the Valedictorian. He has impressed me so much that those of us who had the opportunity to study straight away from primary through middle to secondary to university to law school, and yet we were not able to make maximum use of our time. And you see someone coming from where he is from, and then Chifu Praso endured all the difficulties, going to nursing training college after SHS, and eventually graduating with family. And those of us who are alone cannot maximize our time. I am urging all of you to draw lessons from Evans. Evans, I believe you will not end here. If I live for a few more years, I want to hear that you have obtained a PhD. I also want to give you two examples of what the guest speaker said about communication. Communication is key, because if you fail to communicate, you can kill somebody's spirit, you can kill him or her, but if you give the right communication, it may even just be just to encourage him or her. It was in September 1978 at Kolebu. Then a young man was sent to the Department of Surgery, and the doctors said he should go back to the polyclinic. I think that was the protocol then. I don't know if still the protocol. So they rushed the young man to the Kolebu Polyclinic. He went there, and in a hurry, the relatives of the patient went to the nurse who was on duty. That, oh, my brother is dying. They have asked us to bring him to the polyclinic for a referral to Kolebu, the surgical department. Sit down and wait. They sat down and waited for about 10 minutes. Then the gentleman's brother, the patient's brother went back to the nurse. Oh, it's a bit urgent. See, the patient is rating in pain. It's on the stretcher. I said, sit down and wait. Do you know the pressure we go through here in Kolebu? So, as he was leaving, the nurse on duty said in very big, loud voice, speaking Ewe, the purpose of what she said was that if men know the pain women go through when they are in labor, somebody who is having abdominal, a male who is having abdominal pain, he will not come and be making noise here. So the patient's brother went back to her and said, oh, no, this is not a question of someone being in labor or otherwise. It's someone in pain. It can be a female who is in that pain. That pain can surpass labor pains. Then, just as the gentleman turned to go, he saw two of his colleagues who were in medical school when he was in the university. And one said, "Oh, what are you doing here?" He said, "My brother is dying." And I sent him to the surgical department, and they said we needed a referral from the polyclinic. Say, "Oh, where is the patient?" So the team of doctors led by his mates in the medical school came, ordered the nurse to come examine, and then they wrote the referral, and they said, "Oh, it's appendix, so it's no problem. It should go for the surgery." Now, this scenario, these two communications, the one from the nurse was so devastating, but the one coming from the doctors was so encouraging that it helped assuage the worries of the patient's relatives and also facilitated the early treatment, the early surgical operation on the patient that night. So I want you all to draw useful lessons from what the guest speaker said. It will do you a lot of good. In those days, there were no recording machines. Otherwise, I believe the nurse would have been recorded. So we are living in dangerous times. If you do it today, it will be recorded, and the video particulars will be taken, and you will be taken on. So you must comport yourselves wherever you are. In the remotest village, people know how to record events and show us documentary and pictorial evidence. With that said, I want to congratulate all the graduates once again, especially two of my nieces, Kafu Ikende and Esther Banahini, who were in the midwifery and the nursing class. Thank you very much. And now, by the powers vested in me as the Chairman of Council of the University of Health and Allied Sciences, I, Justice Jones Victor Maulon Doche, do hereby declare this assembly of the second session of the 8th Congregation duly dissolved. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord Chair. And I invite Mr. Nuruddin Idrisu to give us the closing prayer.
Shall we pray? In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Allah, we thank you for today. We started this program by calling on your name. You steered the affairs of this program from beginning to the end. We want to thank you for such support. Allah, we thank you again for the lives of our students. We thank you for the lives of the graduates. And we pray that all the good sermons, all the good advice that were given to us, we will take it and take it in good faith. We pray that our graduates become good ambassadors of University of Health and Allied Sciences, wherever they find themselves. We pray that we will be good communicators. As health workers, both graduates and the health workers at large will be good communicators to our clients so that we will serve humanity for the purpose that you brought us here. Allah, we thank you for guiding everybody, the people who traveled from far and near to come and support their families. We thank you for the journey mercies. We pray that our students who are in school, writing their exams, will have examination malpractice free. We continue to pray that Allah you grant us journey mercies as everybody is going back to his destination. We thank you for an answered prayer. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Nuruddin. May I humbly invite the family of Dr. Aye to come up here for the photograph first before we do our UHAS anthem. Please, can you come up stage? Thank you very much. May I humbly request you to stand for the UHAS anthem. You wanted this one to be special. To shall we remain standing while we take the photographs? So the officials on the days will join us down. We take the photographs before we recess. Thank you.
I'll take one. You know, I'll take one.